Hello, Cancer. How are you guys doing? Wow, that is really fuzzy quality. I am going live for you guys because it's just been easier this way lately. Using my mother-in-law's laptop. Because I don't know, have to clear out some space on my phone, I guess, because it keeps not capturing the media. So, um, this reading is for my Cancers, my water brothers and sisters for November. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watchers that may want to try to get into the head of their Cancerian. As always, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The messages may or may not be for you today. If they do resonate, cool. Let me know in the comments down below or right now during the live chat if you happen to be up at this time. I love connecting with you guys. It's my favorite part of the gig. Now, if they don't resonate, that came up for as well. If they do not resonate, you can always check your moon and ascendant signs. I usually plug cafeastrology.com, but you can choose whichever website you desire to find your birth chart. The important part is finding out your birthplace, your birth time, and birthday. So, Cancers. We had a pretty awesome reading for you guys for October. It was pretty positive. It was about making decisions and things coming together for you guys. But I'm feeling a little a cold feet for you guys here. I feel like, and us water signs, we do it to ourselves all the time. Wow, that was a stack that just fell. Us water signs do it to ourselves all the time. We get really wrapped up in our heads. Young water sign, here. Justice card, the Hermit, and the Father of Wands. Air and water, fire and water. It makes steam, if you ask me. But as I was saying, I feel like a lot of you guys, like October's reading for you guys was really uber positive. And you guys were making decisions, you were making headway, and I still see a lot of that here, but I feel like cold feet is what I keep getting for you guys, and like the what ifs. And you guys just really have to tap into that Cancerian, water sign, famous intuition, Scorpio season has not been easy on this particular Scorpio, so I can only imagine how it has been for my gentle Cancers out there. It's almost over. I believe it's almost over today or tomorrow. We're going into Sagittarius season, so and Mercury, I believe, has gone direct a few days ago. This is some good shit, mostly, guys, so far. So, and the only major we have thus far is your card, the Chariot. So that's what I'm saying about you guys are still, the things that you've been walling on, thinking about for a long time, they're still sticking with you, but you're still making steps in the right direction. You're still going forward. You're not letting them paralyze you anymore with your anxiety. I want to say to some of you, feel like some of you guys, just because I keep seeing the Hierophant come to the bottom of the deck, some of you guys could definitely be connecting with Taurus, or Taurian energy, or it may be in one of your major placements. But we have like a 50-50 split here of the past still hanging around and the future, and it's all going to come down to, it sounds super big, but it's all going to come down to you guys really taking the reins on this one. Please give me 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards to my beautiful Cancers. This guy wants to come out on the bottom. Tower card, yep, yeah. Scorpio season is coming to a close, so don't worry. Wherever this tower is, I really feel for you guys. Like I was saying last month, it's already manifested. Wow, a lot of people around you guys. Son of Pentacles and the Father of Swords just fell out together. So some of you guys may be involved with, and obviously gender. Gender doesn't really apply in the readings for me anyway. This could be, the Page. The Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. This could be you guys taking a more logical standpoint on a situation that is like work, like because the Knight of Pentacles, I know it's the Sun in this deck, it's more of a person energy. But if we're looking at it like he's the Knight, the Knight of Pentacles gets us through the day-to-day rigmarole, the day-to-day mundane tasks and things like that. So maybe you guys are really just looking at something that was once really draining to you, from a more logical standpoint. Like, okay, I just gotta knuckle down and get through this phase, get through this task, whatever it is, you know. I don't think that message is for the lovers out there, if you know what I mean. So, 3 more cards, please, one at a time for my Cancerians. There's a lot of there's not much brightness in this spread, but the cards are good. I feel like you guys are really also, this is another thing I find this very hard for us water signs. You're also really sussing out who's there for you and who's there for you when things are going good. The Seven of Cups just fell out. He's directly opposite of the Seven of Wands, which in this deck is not about being defensive or defending yourself. It is more about listening to your inner guide, your inner voice, and standing tall and making a decision that's facing you, young gentleman in the house, a decision that's facing you on your own. You can solicit the advice from those around you, but when it comes down to it, Cancer, you know what you need to do already. And I feel like a lot of this is just going to reiterate last month's reading for some reason. Some of it's not. I feel some of it is new here, but you guys know what direction you need to go in. And for the first time, I want to say in a long time, a lot of you have the cojones to say no. Perfect. To say no. This is how it's going to be. Star card falling out. Aquarian energy could be connecting with an Aquarius, or could just be healing from a lot of shit. One more card, please, for my beautiful Cancers, and let's get this show on the road, shall we? There we go. Fucking 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Oh, bottom of the deck energy, you guys. I love it. Bottom of the deck energy is 2 of Cups. Followed by, and I was seeing this predominantly in your pre-shuffle, the Fool. Okay. This is a new beginning. This is a new chance. Okay. For some of you, this isn't going to resonate for everybody. This is a new beginning in a soulmate connection, that you guys are taking a risk on each other again. Not that you left each other, but you guys are taking the steps to, you know, go forth and heal and really like put your family dynamic or just your relationship dynamic back together. This could be a friendship also, but the 2 of Cups for me is, yes, traditionally it's a soulmate card. This is a card of adoring somebody. You know, you just adore this person that you're connecting with, that I'm speaking about. And the Fool card is Aquarius and Aries energy, because it is ruled by Uranus, or Uranus, whatever. But Cancer, don't get too Twitter-pated. Don't get too caught up in this, you know, I don't want to say the dorkiest thing, but loose and fancy-free energy and become the literal fool. You still need to keep your logical stance about you, and going into this new phase in your life, this new chapter, if you will, you still need to weigh out the options and look at the risks. Take a risk is the message with this card, but look before you leap so you do not become a literal fool. If this person truly is, you know, part of your soul family, it won't be that much of a risk. This person is karmic and they've hurt you before. Just, you know, kind of weigh out those options, because I do see here some energy that might be a little bit like the karmic, as I was just speaking of. But there is definitely some definitely positive stuff here too. And I feel like for us water signs, it's finally like breaking, where it's slowly leaking in. You know, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows right away. That's just not how it is for us. Okay. I don't think I need any time to re-review this. So we're going to start with this karmic person that I just felt come in, that I was speaking about. I have here I have the Tower card as I showed you. This is Mars energy, so this could be a Scorpio or an Aries that you're connecting with. With the Fool card, I would say an Aries is very, very likely. Um, and this Tower, if this is someone that you guys are trying to reconnect with, currently you could be feeling the Five of Cups. Okay, this is sorrow. This is confusion after a breakup, after a fight with a friend. Um, but know that you have two people in your corner. Yes, there may be three cups spilled before you and you're focusing on what you've lost in the situation, but know that there are two full chalices at the back of your heels, symbolizing people in your corner. Cancer, that could be your mother and your best friend, that could be your daughter and your cousin. You know, you guys who watch me, you know what I'm saying. Um, Now, for this particular bottom of the deck energy message that I'm getting, if you're still feeling this sorrow, okay, really take a look at what made this tower manifest. It could have been a job or a friendship. Definitely a friendship I'm feeling for some of you Cancerians, but um, there was a point in time where it was great. It was grand. But then you started looking at the situation with the Four of Cups energy. And this is also, my daughter will tell you, it is my spoiled brat card because it is, again, three chalices spilled over, and there's a man in the Rider Waite deck up against a tree, focused on only what he has lost, what I don't have. What do, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? In this deck, it's very similar. It's about feelings of apathy, it's about feelings of greed, it's about feelings of being unhappy. So there was someone in your orbit recently that has left, um, that might be trying to make a reprieve, if you will. Not for everybody, but there was somebody recently that was making you feel these feelings of unhappiness, and they kind of were sticking around with the Four and Five of Cups here, okay? Like sorrow, discontent, sorrow, confusion. Um, Now, this was the pre-energy of them. You were realizing that maybe it wasn't all that you thought it was, okay? But I do feel like this was some kind of karmic situation because the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that is a soul mate energy. And even though karmic relationships are not really meant to be, they are because they're meant to teach you lessons. And the lesson that I think you learned with this person is that they were not who they said they were. The Seven of Cups is about illusion. It's about self deception. It's about you wanting so badly to see that this person is who they're saying they are, or this job offer is, excuse me, this job offer is all that it is and more. And really, they could be blowing a bunch of smoke up your ass. And maybe that's why this tower came down because Cancer, you finally put your foot down. And like in the October reading, I was saying you guys were like making decisions and finally standing up for yourself and being like, no, this isn't how it's going to go anymore. If you're going to roll with me, we're going to, I'm open to, um, not communicating. I'm open to being compatible or to compromise, excuse me, but I'm not going to let you pull the wool over my eyes any longer. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to sit by and be the quiet, reserved, nurturing Cancer that just sometimes we as water signs let people walk on us. As I was just saying before, this Scorpio season for this particular Scorpio has been it's super intense. So I can't imagine how it has been for you guys, but it looks like you've had some breakthroughs, some major breakthroughs during the season because getting those cards out of the way, okay? Um, Now I'm feeling this energy of this coming in. Star card, again, with the Fool on the bottom of the deck, paired with the Two of Cups, could be connecting with an Aquarius. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. Wonderful, beautiful card. We have your Major Arcana here, the Chariot. And this is what I finally am feeling for you guys, that you're taking the reins and you're like, no more, no more, okay? But there is some healing that may need to still be looked at. But this is also a card of hope. It's also a card of peace of mind. And like, I feel like like a breath of fresh air every time I see this card. Um, it's a feeling of uh, being encapsulated by something that's bigger than you. You know, something spiritual, something that has moved you, Cancer, to change whatever mindset, or whatever job you are unhappy in, whatever relationship, whatever dynamic, whatever personal dynamic, mental dynamic that you're having with yourself. I just said that like 7 times. Um, the star card is ushering in a breath of fresh air, and it's ushering in hope, and it's giving you something to believe in again, I want to say to some of you. Um, and followed by your card and the Ace of Pentacles, you are charging forth into this next phase with confidence, with triumph, with will, with self confidence, with that solar plexus chakra on fire. And this could be, yes, the pentacle energy typically is about monetary things, it's about tangible items, it's about um, maybe moving into a new home, taking a new job because you saw that the other offers on the table were shitty. You saw that the job that you were in was making you unhappy, so you were like, I'm going to take this mother down. I'm done. F you, you're cool. F you, I'm out. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Half Baked, but pretty funny movie. Anyway, the Ace of Pentacles to me is not just about earthly tangible things. It's about a new beginning in your earthly life, and it's starting a new phase um, of abundance, and that could be of spiritual abundance, of material abundance, of you know like emotional abundance, and I think that that's where it's headed for you guys because you are sticking up for yourself. You are making your own decisions. You're standing tall. Hi. Yay, the chat works. Grizzly Animal. Ooh, like your name. How are you? Your first time on the channel? You cancers are finally standing up and saying, no, this is not how it's going to be anymore. In the Rider-Waite deck, yes, this is the Seven of Wands. It is about defending yourself and, walking the fine line of being defensive. But this is about standing tall, like this wand in the middle. And yes, you can solicit the advice. Well, cool, Grizzly Animal. I'm Nikki, Flash Love, and thank you for stopping by. I always love newcomers. I'm a little unorthodox in my reading. I'm a little wacky, but you know, we make do around here. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. As I was saying, I feel like you Cancerians are really us water signs in general. I'm Scorpio. We finally are kind of like getting a break. And yes, there is some still residual energy of apathy and, you know, discontent that was hanging around, but you guys are looking forward finally. You've picked your head up, Cancer, and the Seven of Wands in this deck is about just that. It's about listening to that inner voice. You're a water sign. You have that beautiful gift of intuition for a reason. So, use it. You know what I mean? Um, and these six wands here symbolize, yeah, you can solicit the advice from your friends, but they kind of symbolize them falling away. And you are being left like, the cheese stands alone. And it's time to, you know, this is your card. It's time to make that decision and with conviction, I want to say to you, and go into this next phase with triumph and confidence. Okay, but again, it's going to take time. Like everything good, anything good in this life takes work, guys. Okay, healing is here though for you. I don't know. I appreciate the view. I love connecting with my viewers on a personal level. That is why I do this. It is very humbling that I get to talk to people all over the country and all over the world. It's amazing to me. So thank you back. um, what else do we have here that's good for you guys? We have the Six of Wands, which is victory. This is public recognized success. So if this is about a new job that, you guys realize that, the old employer was blowing smoke up your ass and you are heading into a new, career field or a new home, what have you. This is about you being recognized publicly for that choice that you're making. Um, these tangled branches down here represent like relentless obstacles, Cancer. And we all know that the past, let's say, 6 months to 4 years, we've all had a bit of a struggle, all our unique own fucking struggles, and they've been rough. But this is you, the butterfly, and you have continually risen above all the haters, all these people that are trying to drag you down, all these obstacles in your way. You're just like, brush it off, brushing it off. And that is victory. It is public success. It is feelings declared to someone and being well received, being reciprocated. Um, and finally, in the 10 cards right here, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So, how awesome is this? Like, after all this turmoil, all this work, all this healing being done, you have abundance on every level. Once again, abundance. Moon Dust, your name is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys make me feel so good. Thank you. Um, this is abundance on every level. It's really, um, you guys, thank you. Really, it's an honor to be able to read and have people communicate with me. It's really cool. I'm Nikki, by the way. Who knows? This is my card of family. Um, Families too, like getting along. So as I was saying, the abundance on every level, spiritual, material, um, you know, mental, good news for your bank account if that's your thing. But the Ten of Pentacles for me as a reader is also about, thank you, nice to meet you guys too. Both of you new to my channel, I love it. It's also about in-laws getting along and like the family um, that you have created, the families that you were born into kind of coming together and really getting along, or different generational pools, like let's say grandchildren and grandparents really sharing something that is invaluable, which is knowledge together and time. That's just for me as a reader. The Ten of Pentacles has always stood out to me as a really family based card and really being able to relate to each other on that level. And abundance not only being about money. Yes, this is a pentacle card, but it's not only about the abundance of the almighty dollar. It's about the abundance of, family and spirituality and, love, basically. And it looks like things are coming back together quite nicely for you guys. There are a few cancers out there that, took this tower down and you guys are not looking back. You know what I mean? You took the tower down, you're not looking back, and you're going into your new life and you're like, peace, deuces, because there are a few of you that did have some karmic, toxic people around you, and they were just kind of dragging you down, draining your energy, making you feel sad, discontent, the whole thing. I feel greed, but not on your end. I feel that some of you had partners that were a little possessive and a little controlling, and those of you that those were the people that you were connecting with that were trying to blow smoke up your ass, that were trying to, show you one thing and, sneak one behind the back. Those are the people, those are the cancers I'm connecting with that are moving on their own with triumph and with self confidence. But there are many cancers here that healing is coming right through the family dynamic. And it's beautiful. It is long overdue. I want to say Cancer, okay? You guys are new to the channel. What I typically do after my intuitive spread is I pull a couple oracle cards just to see if they validate the reading or if there are any extra messages that come through. And I'm super stoked. You guys are the second. Cancer is a Libra. See? And you are the one that I'm talking to then, that you 86th him. He probably was the karmic. In the beginning of the reading, it was the bottom of the deck energy was the Two of Cups with the Fool. So you're going into a new phase, and risk is always involved, but look before you leap, and you did, because you're not coming out the literal fool. You know what I mean? You guys are the second ones that I busted out this new deck for. This is Kim Cran's new deck, which she does the Wild Unknown. She's an amazing deck writer. She's an amazing deck creator. Oh, geez, Louise. I've been with Libra for 16 years, so they can get a little intense. I'll just say that. This is Kim Cran's new deck, the Archetype deck, and you guys are the second people that I have used it for on the channel. Sometimes with the Oracle pulls, I do have to read a little bit out of the book. So if that's not your thing, I apologize, but most people don't mind because the messages usually validate the reading, and it's pretty cool. So let's see if and I saw this one already when it was crossing through the forest. This is, I haven't gotten smart. I wish my webcam was better. Look at the art on this. And to me, intuitively, the forest is about a beautiful place, but at the same time, when the sun goes down, it can be an entirely different environment, an entirely different, place to be. And that you need to have your wits about you when you're walking around in the forest. Okay, that was too many to take right there, but we also have the Ring and the Judge. The Judge, Justice card, Libra. I don't know what that one's about yet, but I'm going to keep the forest. Give me, yes, it is a very long time. We have a 6, almost 7-year-old daughter. She was born the day after Christmas. She's pretty amazing. She actually can read a little bit of tarot as well. But she's going to far precede my gifts because she's just amazing. Ariana she's wild. All right, these are very new cards, very new. In circle decks, I don't know if any of you guys read or shuffle. Circle decks are very difficult sometimes to navigate. Oh, hello. You want to come out right away? I'm very excited that there's some other night owls up in here. I just flew out. Oh, Gemini got this card, and it's the Poet. The Poet. And, oh my gosh, this may apply to your situation, Moondust, specifically. I feel like because for Gemini's reading, it was between people that were trying to woo them. It was the Siren and the Poet. And I will read it specifically verbatim. But, oh my gosh, the Poet is about going deep within, and the poet has to go down to the depths and bring back the darkness and all the stories to share with the world. Yes, my daughter's birthday is the day after Christmas. Yes, I was in labor with her all day on Christmas Day. A little Capricorn. Oh, okay. Wow, that's awesome. And you guys pulled the bridge too. I haven't read this yet, but her artwork is just phenomenal. It's just amazing. The bridge, I feel like this is for the Cancers that I'm speaking to that are, stepping into their new life. This is the bridge between who you were and who you're going to be. No way. How old is your daughter? My daughter will be 7 this year. That is amazing. That is so awesome. Little Capricorns in the house. So, these are almost in order too. 8. Oh, So she's born 2011. My mom was born 2012. My daughter's due date was 12/12/12, and I was like so hoping for that, but it did not happen. But it happened as it should. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go over these beautiful oracle cards quickly. I really feel like there's gonna be some additional validation in the reading for you guys. We'll start with the forest. The forest, the woods, the thicket, and the jungle. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It is likely that it is likely it included all the mythic dynamics of the archetypal space. A little fear, that's what I was saying, a little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure, as in yourself. Such is the magic of the forest. Yeah, December 23rd. Huh, my sister's ex-boyfriend's birthday is December 23rd, Alan, and he's amazing. Oh, and the Son of Pentacles fell out in the beginning. Was your, oh no, he was, with, if, the Son of Pentacles fell out with the Father of Wands. I wonder if your ex had fire in his chart predominantly. Anyway, so the forest was about what I was speaking about before. It's a little bit magic, but a little bit eeriness, you know? But you're also seeking something into the forest, and that, for me, for you guys, is within yourselves. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and that you get lost within it. You may think that there is a path that will lead you straight through, but soon enough you'll be on to what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters there. There are dense foliage and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of, I just got the chills. Equally present are the glimmers of fairylight and friends among the trees. You are on an adventure now, and there's no turning back. That chariot energy, you guys, just keep going forward. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost in getting found. Get lost in getting found. Get lost in finding yourself again. For some of you that are connecting with that message, okay. When light, or when in the upright more so, magic abounds, childlike wonder and adventure. When dark, concealment, density, and savagery. Okay. The hunter, the maiden, the crone, and the shaman make regular appearances in the forest. Don't be surprised if these cards come together in a narrative to reveal itself. Those didn't, but the poet did. The poet showed up, and that to me is a very important personal archetype as well. The poet is, yeah. I really have to work on memorizing this deck because this is going to be one of my new decks. I have the Wild Unknown memorized front to back. The poet is the artist. Well, I see that there was on the bottom of the deck Moondust, the Two of Cups, and the Fool. So move forward to the new energy that you're feeling, you know, gravitated, magnetized to. Okay. And the Six of Wands came out, and that is, for me as a reader, feelings declared and well received. So, you know, what's the worst I could say is no, as my Cancerian friend says. The poet is all about the artist, the witness, and the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. Isn't that all of our water signs' work to do? They must seek out the truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, and for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It is possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. So that to me right there is the star card. It's speaking to some of you specifically about the Seven of Cups, someone trying to blow smoke up your ass and, delusion you, and you saying, no, you're seeking the truth and you're bringing it out to the light. You're not letting them, cast shadows on you anymore and cast doubt in yourself. I want to say to some of you, um, the poet's work is never finished. So find your voice. And that is the Seven of Wands in this deck. Find your voice, find your inner voice and trust it. I love when these validate the readings. I love when the oracle cards go well with the tarot ones. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Okay. I'm like getting like, okay. So when light or when in the upright, clairvoyant, wise and timeless are the keywords. When dark or in the reverse, harmful words, sharp tongue, and thwarted creativity. We know that air signs sometimes can definitely have some sharp tongued individuals. Um, it is likely that there is a poem or a poet that is meaningful to you from a young age. Revisit or reread it now and be open to the message. I'm from New Hampshire, so I like to always suggest The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. um, and finally, we have here the bridge. And thank you guys for sticking with me so late in the evening. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for, communicating with me that you're first on my channel. It's exciting for me. I've been reading for almost three years, I think, now on YouTube, and every new person is like so exciting to me to get to connect with. And this is a new card that I get to connect with for you guys. The bridge, the connection, the link, and the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, and personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. That is what I've been getting for you Cancerians for the last 2 months. Yes, standing up, standing in your power, and not wilting anymore, not saying no, not being the polite, nurturing, watery, okay, I'll go with the flow. Oh, I'm a night person, girl. I'm always up. um, you guys are standing in your power, and Cancers, I've been waiting to see this for you guys. You and Pisces, like us Scorpios, we've just been like dealt a raw deal too, but we'll always speak up about it. Cancers, you guys have a harder time, speaking up for yourselves, I find, because you're just so gentle, really. um So, withdrawing and saying no. When we cross the bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to the otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. So, for some of you that are reconnecting with people that you may have had a rift with, that is that star card energy, the Ten of Pentacles. It is possible to reconnect with. But if they're poisonous and toxic, don't do it anymore. The bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our lives, relationships, ideologies, and histories, and remember that a bridge can't be forced. It can be made with love, and its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. Oh, sorry, excuse me. It must be made with love, or it will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. So that is all about you guys standing in all these cards are about you guys seeking the truth, standing up for yourself, and whether you're sticking with your partner or you're going into this new, beautiful, magical phase in your life, you are exactly where you need to be right now. So, in the upright or when light, the bridge says acceptance, magic, and communication. When dark, it is about lacking boundaries and forcing a connection that is no longer there. I just added those words. So I feel that a lot of you guys have kind of crossed over that aspect of the bridge, and you're no longer forcing this connection that is not serving you. For the new guys, gals on the channel, October's reading was very much about recognizing the toxicity and moving away from it finally. Eight of Cups, moving away from what doesn't serve you. Imagine building a bridge and then imagine building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Which image softens and heals your heart? So I would say yes. And the Chariot was the second card out. And I was very excited to see that for you guys, because for the Cancerians specifically, because that's your jam, that's your energy, you know what I mean? And it is hard for you guys to take a stand and be like, no, I'm done. I'm moving forward with this. It's hard for everybody, you know. I'm a water sign too, but I'm the big bad Scorpio. So, but no, it is very hard to say no. It's very hard to say I'm done. You know, this isn't good for me anymore. Um, I'm moving on. And bravo and brava to anyone who is doing that currently. Um, so yeah, Cancer, I'm super psyched for you guys. I feel happy. I feel very happy for you, and I feel a lot of good things coming for you guys. You finally broke the mold. We finally have broken through this last 4 years of a shit show. We finally are coming through on the other side. So, um, to those of you, Grizzly Animal and Moondust, and whomever else, this is the first time checking out my channel. Hi, again, I'm Nikki, and this is Locks for Love, and I'm honored to have you. And for those of you that, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. I have the best viewers on my channel. I swear to God, I don't care. 90K subscribers, blah. You guys connect with me on such a personal level that it truly moves me, and I appreciate every single one of you, like, for real. For those of you that are new, I hope you come back. And for those of you who are returning and you know that I'm just a big goofball, and you've stuck with me for the last 3 years, I love you all very much. And it was nice to meet with you guys, Moondust and Grizzly Animal. Thank you very much for being vocal. Um, as always, guys, namaste. And keep writing forward, Cancer. I'm very proud of you guys. It's nice to meet you guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.